In Episode 2, Scene of the Crime, the Gotham City Police Department, led by the determined District Attorney Harvey Dent, is all over the Bat Cave. Beware, spoilers ahead. As the GCPD bags and labels everything Bruce Wayne had hidden in his underground hideout, Cressida tells Harvey in a cold way that Turner was also his friend, not just Bruce. Turner, Duela, Cullen, and Harper are doing some light shopping somewhere else. Cullen and Harper at least try to say that the crime was justified, but Duela seems glad to have a reason to buy more items. Back at their hideout in the Belfry, Carrie reminds them that they are meant to stay out of sight and won't do crimes to prove they are innocent. Harper tells her that all of their leads have already died. The team jokes easily about the Court of Owls, the bird cult that Duela is so afraid of. Turner says they need more concrete information. He's lucky that a friend is working on that for him. Even though everyone is looking at her, that friend, Stephanie, walks through the school halls with her head held high. She is sure that Turner didn't do it, and she tells Brody that he didn't. When she tells Brody that she used Bruce Wayne's Batcomputer to break into all the banks to help Turner, he is shocked. He tells Stephanie right away how crazy that is and how much trouble she could get into. Brody's warning doesn't bother Stephanie, and as the Belfry bells ring in the distance, she sets off to find Turner. Instead, she finds Cullen and Harper sleeping in the hideaway, where Duela also finds her. With a knife to Stephanie's neck, the two joke around until Turner shows up and tells Duela to stop. Harper and Cullen join in when the noise wakes them up to make fun of the hacker chick, but when Stephanie tells them that the GCPD have the Batcomputer, everyone gets serious. Harvey Dent and his co-workers are looking for Detective Ford at the police station while all the goods from the Batcave are being brought in. Harvey says that Ford has been avoiding his calls, so one of his co-workers calls Ford, which can be heard not too far away. Over on Ford's desk, Harvey finds a ringing box. But the box has more than just Ford's phone. It also has his head that has been cut off. Harvey says they should find out about Ford's team. His co-worker picks up her phone again, and the camera moves to a scary shot of a mail cart full of more head-sized packages that are ringing in a threatening way. A news story confirms that 6 GCPD officers who were part of a task team set up to find Turner and his supposed helpers have been killed. Back at the Belfry, Duela finishes watching the news and looks at the others, waiting for them to say sorry for not believing her about the Court of Owls. She doesn't get one, but the Bat Brats seem to be more on board with her idea. Harper says, though, that it doesn't matter. Who will believe them anyhow? Turner says that Bruce was found with a coin from the Court of Owls. He might have already been thinking about the owls. He wants to discover where his father left off. Bruce kept diaries at his office in Wayne Tower, Carrie says. But to get them, they'll have to break in. Carrie is the first person to agree to go with Turner to try to get the journals back when he comes up with a plan to use his dad's private elevator to get into his office. Harper tells Cullen that Turner will need her, and Cullen agrees to drive. Duela is much less eager to leave the attic, but she still wants to do so. Mayor Hamilton Hill likes numbers at the GCPD, so he told Harvey about 7 toe tags, 6 sad families, and 0 leads. Harvey gives him the number 34, which is his popularity rating, but the mayor doesn't seem to care. During the boxed heads mess, Harvey's friend from earlier stops to say that they do have one lead. Someone broke into all the banks in Gotham City, and Turner's account was one of the ones that was looked through. Turner got away from the police car, so they know that someone was helping them. Harvey asks right away who Turner's one phone call was, and the GCPD goes to get Stephanie to question her. Brody watches her being taken away from afar. At Wayne Tower, Turner doesn't have to wait long for the Bat Brats to help him get into his dad's office. Cullen keeps the car going, and Harper keeps an eye on everything from the passenger seat with her laptop. Duela tells Turner that he can handle it, and she even gives him a thumbs up. This makes Harper suspicious right away. When Turner and Carrie get out of the car, she talks to Duela about how she's become more team-oriented. Duela says that the only reason she went along with Turner's plan was because it was part of her own. Now that they have a Wayne security car, they can use it to get out of Gotham, sell the Owl's watch, and take the money to leave the city. Harper wants to do it, but Cullen won't let her. He fights back, getting into an argument with Harper and telling her he wants to clear his name. He's tired of running, so Cullen is staying to help Turner and Carrie. Carrie takes Turner upstairs to Bruce's office and shows him where his papers are kept in a secret place. One has been taken out to be read. It goes back to when Bruce's parents were killed. The first time. Bruce says inside that Joe Chill may have pulled the gun that killed his parents, but the Court of Owls was the one who planned it. Harvey talks to Stephanie in his office while the break-in is happening. He tells her that he doesn't think Turner killed Bruce, but that it looks worse the longer Turner is on the run. Even when he tells her that stealing corporate and financial data can get you 5 years in jail, he can't get Stephanie to help him. Stephanie stays calm and tells him that they don't have any real proof against her and that she won't say anything else until she has a lawyer. Before Harvey can say more, someone knocks on the door. He gets a note that says someone else wants to talk to him. Stephanie can see Brody and a cop talking through a window inside the room. Turner is still reading the diaries back in Bruce Wayne's office. Bruce has thought for decades that the court killed the Waynes. His notebooks are full of maps and ideas, but he never found anything. In the end, he was sure they were just stories. Since then, he must have thought differently about something. Carrie and Turner take Bruce's last journal as Harper tries to tell them quickly that they aren't alone and that all the security cams have stopped working. Unfortunately, the Talon shows up before they can run away. The two people lock themselves in Bruce's office, hold the door shut, and try to avoid the killer's blade. Duela tells Cullen and Harper that they need to go help, but as soon as they get out of the car, she betrays them. She drops them off in the parking lot, then takes the Wayne security car and drives away. The Rowe twins make it to the top of the secret Wayne Tower lift, but they are stuck there with Turner and Carrie, with the GCPD below and the Talon on the other side of the door. Carrie pulls a cool tool out of her bag. It's a slide, so the four criminals can use it to fly out the window and all over Gotham. Duela takes the Owl's watch to a person she talked about back at the Belfry who sells old things. The broker seems very interested in the piece, but things quickly go downhill when he says that his buyers offered him even more money for the watch's seller. He pulls a gun on Duela. She tries to warn him about the Owls, saying that he can't be that stupid. There are no loose ends in the Court of Owls. A blade goes through the dealer's chest, proving that she was right. Duela runs away from Talon while he has the sword and gets back to the stolen car. But the killer quickly turns off the engine. The Talon can't break through the car's security glass windows, so it pierces the gas tank and sets off a ring of fire around the car, locking Duela inside. As the Talon watches Duela fight, he is distracted by a blade that is thrown at him. The help has arrived. The Bat Brats have come to save Duela, even though she left them. They just got back from a zipline ride. Turner guessed rightly that whoever wanted the watch must have known about the etching, since it was worth so much money. Turner gets to use his fighting skills outside the dealer's shop. He and Carrie keep the Talon away while Cullen and Harper get Duela out of the car. Carrie uses another bat tool, a very powerful crossbow, to try to stop the Talon, but their combined efforts don't work for long. After Duela is set free, the Bat Brats run away. Cullen puts a cloth on Duela's burned hand at the Belfry. Cullen tells her to thank Turner instead of him when she tries to thank him for coming back. Duela starts talking to Turner by telling him that he was stupid to fight the Talon. He says that he had some help. As they talk, Turner thinks about why his dad made him take fencing and martial arts classes and pushed him to do well in them. Did Bruce get Turner ready for something? As Brody leaves the interview room in the GCPD office, Stephanie talks to him. She thinks that he told the police about her, but Brody told them that he did it. She doesn't know what's going on and is confused. Brody tells her that he couldn't stand by and let her ruin her life for Turner. Harvey goes to Bruce's office, which was once again the scene of the crime. He hears that the only thing that was taken was a sword. Cressida is standing in front of a scary fireplace as the scene changes. "They watch you at your hearth," the mayor says, repeating the Owl's rhyme, from behind her. He tells her that finding the fugitives is his top priority, but the fact that he has to keep covering things up for the Talon doesn't make it any easier. Cressida notices that he didn't seem to mind when his rival was killed by the Talon years ago. As she walks up to him, her voice gets colder as she asks if he has forgotten his debt of thanks. The mayor tells her that he hasn't, and she leaves him alone to drink. Duela and the kids try to sleep in the Belfry. Turner says sorry to Stephanie by the window for putting her in so much trouble. She tells him it's fine, and they talk about some of the questions they still have, including how the Talon got into Wayne Tower without being seen. Turner shows Stephanie his father's book and admits to another mystery. Someone tore out the last few pages of his notebook, which had his most recent case written in it. Carrie sneaks back into her room in Gotham. She rolls out the stolen pages from Bruce's diary when she is alone. One question stands out at the bottom: what will happen when Turner finds out the truth? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Click like and turn on notifications to help out the channel.